Hi guys, I'm supposed to be saying happy Sunday, but I'm saying happy Monday because today is a Monday and I wasn't able to do the video yesterday. Not that I wasn't able to do it, but I wasn't able to upload it due to some technical errors. So I decided to do it today because I can't let my babies go a full week without seeing my face and hearing from me. So I'm just going to talk about the same thing I was supposed to talk about yesterday. And if you can notice, the background is different because I'm not home, but I just had to do a quick video for my loves. So I'm going to be talking about some of the embarrassing things we did all in the name of love. And basically I have a few friends who I spoke to about it, and then they told me some of the things they did. And then thinking about it, I'm glad to say I'm not the only person that does silly things all in the name of I'm in love, and I'm trying to show him that I'm in love. So sit back, relax, and we'll get into it. So before I get into it, I know some people will be wondering why I'm not home and yet I'm in a bonnet. I carry the bonnet from my house just because I want to showcase it, and it fits my dress too. It's basically the same color. But I got this beautiful bonnet from the Bonnet Queen. I'll put her Instagram handle below so you could follow her and copy yourselves some bonnets. So basically, when you're in a relationship, there are certain things you feel you could do as your part in making the relationship sweet and actually make it move on. So, sometimes we are there, we see pictures and posts of things people did in a relationship, and they are like, oh, it can't be me. I can't do something like that. But when you sit down and think about it, you've done even worse things than that. And it's like, but it's all in the spirit of being in a relationship. So I'm going to be telling you some of my experience, and I'll mention some of the ones my friends told me without mentioning their names. So with the same ex I spoke about last week, this my ex has suffered in my hand. He has suffered in my hand, but basically he's the only person I can use as a reference point. So whilst I was with him, it got to a point where every day back to back, it was just arguments, fights, and all that. And then I didn't know what to do, because anything you say and do can and will be used against you in the court of relationship. So it was like I was confused. What was I going to do? And then I just decided that there are certain things I can, aside the whole fixing of nails and hair and makeup issue. I just said, okay, there are certain things, if he says he doesn't like, I just have to stop for the sake of the relationship. And then during that period, a friend of mine was going through basically the same thing. So it was like I left my hostel and went to stay in her apartment with her for a few days. And it was more or less like, Monday I have issues, she's consoling me. Tuesday she has issues, I'm consoling her. Then we both didn't know what was happening at that point, because it's like, you check yourself, you've not done anything. Like, why is it happening this way? And so we decided that we're going to fast. We're going to fast from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I kid you not, we did it. We fasted from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then we agreed that when it was 12 a.m., we would wake up and pray for 1 hour. And we did it. We prayed for 1 hour non-stop. It wasn't like you pray and then you stop. No, it was, once you start at 12, you are not stopping till it's 1. We kept praying and praying, and then it's like, now thinking about it, I'm just like, if my pastor had asked me to do this, I would have found excuses as to, oh, I need to sleep, I have work tomorrow, oh, this, I can't fast that long, I cannot come and kill myself. finding excuses upon excuses, but because of a guy. Because of a guy, I did it. And somebody will ask, where is the guy now? It ended in tears. It ended in premium tears for both of us. I'm no longer with the guy. She's also no longer with that guy. And then it's like, so was it really, really necessary for us to have done all that prayers and fasting and every other thing we did? So thinking about it, I started to ask a few friends of mine to tell me some of the embarrassing things they've done, all in the name of relationship. And then honestly, the kind of messages I was seeing, I was just like, wow. It was I just couldn't fathom. But it was like, we've all done some things. I actually had one person say that within the first month of dating the girl, he bought her a car. So immediately he said it, I'm like, baby, Sava, what's up? Like, I'm single, I'm available. You could also come and buy me a car. How? So I was wondering, okay, was this like she did something and then he was using the car as an appreciation, or he said no, he just bought it out because he thought he was in love with her? So at that point, I'm just like, God, why is my own case different? Am I your adopted child? Like, how am I not getting somebody to buy me a car within the first month of dating? Like, why? I didn't use left hand to create me. I was just like, because I couldn't think far. And then I had another friend who told me, this was a female, she said she borrowed 6K. Like, she lent him 6K, 6,000 cedis. Odin day 60 million. 60 million. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. You did what? And then I know this girl, it's not like she's doing any kind of extra job. And then even as at that time, to check the time frame, as at that time, she wasn't really doing any kind of job that would say that she just went to pick the 6K. So it's probably her investment or her savings that she gave to the guy because the guy said he was in a fix and he needed some money. And like, excuse me to say, you as a guy, you didn't shame when you were collecting 6K from a girl. You didn't, your body didn't do anything to you. Just like, wow. So I asked her, has he paid back? She said quite recently he randomly sent her 4K. I'm like, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's left with 2K plus damages and interest. How? No, wait, let's I like, digest this. I'm a girl. Honestly, if I'm in a relationship with somebody and then the person is in a fix, a genuine fix, and I know that I can help, I don't think I can give that kind of money, even if I have it. I can't give that kind of money. Maybe if I would even give, I would give the amounts that I know that if I don't get it back, it's really not going to bother me. But to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6K, 6,000 cedis. Hey, people have money. Oh, I swear, people have money. And then I got another message where the lady was saying that when she goes to his place, she would wash his bathhouse, his sister's bathhouse, his mother's bathhouse, do general cleaning, cook, and then if his mother is washing, she would go and wash for her. And I'm like, that is the, it's not coming. Doing wifey things for somebody who is still a boyfriend. Honestly, like I can't speak for everybody. And then honestly, when you're in love, there are certain things you would, overlook. But that is where I would draw the line. To come to your house, your mother is there, your sister is there, and then I will come and clean bathhouse, cook and wash. Me myself, I don't like cooking for myself. Then I'll leave my house, leave my brothers, leave my mother and my father, and come to your house to come and cook for you. No. If I'm in a relationship and I'm cooking for myself and I know, oh, probably where I'm going to meet my boyfriend, I might decide to cook enough for me and him. If I'm packing the food to go, I might decide to make it enough for me and him to eat. But I would not come to your house and come and cook whilst your sister and your mother, they are sitting. What are they doing? They don't know how to. What? Who will drink conflicts? Who will drink conflicts? If you don't drink, it's your house, it's your kitchen, it's your domain. Go and do your thing. Honestly, the messages were a whole lot from those that were doing long distance, and then they would travel in the middle of the night just because baby boy is angry and then he wants to see. They put their lives at risk. They weren't even thinking about safety to travel long distance. Let's say that if a person is moving from Kaswa to Dansuman in the night, and it's not like a person is driving. If a person is driving, it's a different thing. Picking this thing, commercial car, coming to see you. Honestly, I even had a friend who was telling me, well, he said he doesn't have any, but he was going to tell me about a friend of his. So apparently, his friend is from, did he say Kumasi or Takrady or something? Yeah, I think it's Kumasi. And he was dating a girl who was in Accra. And, before he used to send the girl mobile money to fix her hair, do her nails, buy provisions, because apparently she was staying alone and all those things. So this guy decided to travel from Kumasi to Accra to see the girl. And then he said they had already agreed on him coming. So he was coming, and then he said before that, the girl had asked for money, and he sent the money to the girl. For him to get to Accra, he said he reached West Hills Mall. That was where he was supposed to meet the girl. He gets there and calls the girl. The girl tells him that, oh, I'm done. It's over between us. I'm not doing it again. And the guy is like, honestly, I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to laugh, but she said she's not doing it again. And then he was stranded because he didn't really have enough money on him. Apparently, the money he had given to the girl said she was going to pay back. So he was stranded, and he called my friend and explained everything to him. So my friend had to make him come to his place to come and stay. He said the guy stayed there for like a week. He was crying, and then they tried talking to the girl. The girl said no, she's not doing it again. She's done with the boy. It's over. So even the money there, the boy, she forgets. He forgets about it. So he stayed there for a week, and it was like later my friend was like, nah, he can't be feeding him. So he just gave him money for him to go back to where he's coming from. And then the thing is, so what if when you were coming, you had an accident or something happened to you? What will you tell God? I'm sorry. So basically, it's like we've all done things that, thinking back, we are not really proud of it, but we did it at that point all in the name of love. And then don't get me wrong, there are some people who did and then it paid off for them. Because I had a couple of friends tell me, there was one who told me he used investment money to pay for the girl's house rent and buy her a phone, and then use some to do a birthday party for her. So I asked, and then anytime somebody tells me something, my first question is, so how far? Where are both of you now? So for he and the lady, they are now married, and it was like, at least your investments paid off. And then I have another one who also bought a phone for the girl and then gave her money, and they are still together. They are not yet married, but they are still together. And it's like, yeah, well, it didn't end in tears for you. Some of us, it ended in premium tears for us. So it's like, and then my question is, after all this, after you do all of this and it doesn't really work out, does it change you? Does it change who you are? Does it make you a person that's, okay, you decide that once bitten, forever shy? You're not going to do anything nice or make certain sacrifices for somebody you're in a relationship with because you did it once before and then it failed you. You know, for the lady who told me that she borrowed the guy some money, I don't think if she should enter into another relationship, or if she's in another relationship and the guy asks for money, even though it may be genuine, I don't think she'll be able to, you know, do that again, give him money just like that, because she would remember that, oh, this is what somebody did to me. For the guy who bought the car for the girl, it could be his next relationship. The other girl might be genuine, but to actually go out of his way and do something special for her, I don't think he's going to be able to do it that easily, because he did it once before and it didn't end well for him. But I'm just trying to say, it's just a little bit of, you know, we all need to understand that the fact that somebody was an idiot and refuse to see the good in you or appreciate what you did for the person doesn't mean you don't have to do it again, or you have to change and become a mean person where you would not, you know, make certain sacrifices or do certain things for somebody you're in a relationship with. The A hurt you doesn't mean B is going to hurt you. So it shouldn't change you. You should rather actually appreciate the fact that yes, you're a nice person, and then it was that person's loss. That person was unable to see the fact that you're a nice person, and that person lost you. And then there's somebody else that is going to come, and that person would appreciate every little thing you would do for that person, and that person would reciprocate, and then both of you would be happy. You just see it as a sort of life lesson, but not for it to actually change you and make you a stingy person or somebody who is going to show less emotion because previously you showed emotions and it didn't work out. So I'm just saying, it shouldn't really affect you and make you a different person as compared to who you are right now, because you're sweet and you're actually going to find somebody who would appreciate your sweetness. So guys, basically that's it. And before I go, I just want to say a big sorry, because I know most of you expected this video yesterday, but it's coming today, and I'm sorry it's not going to happen again. I promise it's always going to come at the right time. And also thank you to those who sent me those sweet messages, because honestly yesterday I was in tears. I was crying because, you know, I can't really handle frustration, and I was really frustrated. Thank you to all those who said nice things to me. I really, really appreciate. And I'm also grateful that this little thing I do actually means a lot to you guys. So I'm also thinking of having an Instagram live where, you know, you guys can call and would answer certain questions that some of you have, because I can't answer it alone. So you drop your questions. Anybody that's available would call. I can call the person. We'll be on Instagram live, and then we'll talk and answer all your questions. So probably next week I'm going to drop my Instagram handle so you could follow me and, you know, be prepared for when we are going to have the Instagram live. So thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, please. and please invite your friends to also do so. Thank you and see you next week.